watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cable of greetings to His Excellency President of the Republic of Cuba on the occasion of him being re-elected for a new presidential term. Salalah Free Zone signs an agreement to establish a project for the manufacture of ferrous alloys and high-quality recycled wrapping paper with an investment volume exceeding 88 million Omani riyals. And a U.S. brokered 72-hour ceasefire between Sudan's warring generals officially comes into effect after 10 days of urban combat led to hundreds of deaths. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Miguel Diaz-Canel of the Republic of Cuba on the occasion of him being re-elected for a new presidential term. Meanwhile, His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to Her Excellency President Samia Hassan of the Republic of Tanzania on the occasion of her country's National Day. Salalah Free Zone, a subsidiary of Asyad Group, signed an agreement with Besto Hengda Oman for the Chinese silicon industry to establish a project for the manufacture of ferrous alloys and high-quality recycled wrapping paper. The project is being built on an area of 300,000 square meters with an investment volume exceeding 88 million Omani riyals. It is scheduled that the production capacity of the project in its first phase will reach about 90,000 tons of ferrosilicon alloys annually, provided that it will be doubled in the second phase to reach 180,000 tons annually. The production capacity of recycled wrapping paper in the first phase is about 300,000 tons annually. The domestic product GDP rate at current prices for the Sultanate of Oman increased by 30% to reach more than 44 billion Omani riyals until the end of December 2022. This rise is attributed to the high growth rates of oil activities at the end of the last year at current prices by 61.6%, according to the quarterly national accounts indicators report issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information. The report stated that the GDP at constant prices of the Sultanate of Oman until the end of December 2022 recorded an increase of 4.3% to reach 39 billion and 100 million Omani riyals. The Foreign Ministry stressed in a statement that the embassy of the Sultanate of Oman in Khartoum is safe and sound. A U.S. brokered 72-hour ceasefire between Sudan's warring generals officially came into effect today after 10 days of urban combat killed hundreds, wounded thousands, and sparked a mass exodus of foreigners. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in a statement shortly before the truce took effect at midnight that the Sudanese army forces and the rapid support forces agreed to the ceasefire following intense negotiations. Previous bids to pause the conflict failed to take hold, but both sides confirmed they had agreed to the three-day halt. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned earlier that Sudan was on the edge of the abyss and that the violence could engulf the whole region and beyond. The Kremlin reaffirmed its position today that the Black Sea grain deal is not working for Moscow a day after the head of the United Nations handed Russia a letter with proposals to improve and expand it. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters that despite the fact that so much time has passed, the deal has not yet been implemented. It has not come together as packaged. The conditions that concerned us have still not been realized. Russia has signaled that it will not allow the deal to be extended beyond May 18 unless obstacles to its own food and fertilizer exports are removed. EU countries today gave the final approval to the biggest revamp to date of Europe's carbon market, which is set to make it more costly to pollute and sharpen the 27-member bloc's main tool for cutting carbon dioxide emissions. The world's first major carbon trading system has since 2005 forced power plants and factories to buy permits when they emit carbon dioxide and has cut emissions from those sectors by 43%. European Union members approved a deal agreed last year by negotiators from EU countries and Parliament to reform the carbon market to cut emissions by 62% from 2005 levels by 2030, which is designed to deliver the EU's emission-cutting targets. After nearly 2 years of EU negotiation, the member states' approval means the policy will now pass into law. The EU Parliament approved the deal last week. Of the 27 EU countries, 24 voted for the reform. Poland and Hungary opposed it, while Belgium and Bulgaria abstained. The Civil Aviation Authority issued the 8th alert of heavy thunder showers that are likely to fall during the noon and evening periods, as they are concentrated in the governorates of South and North Sharqiya and parts of South Muscat and Al Wusta that may range between 20 and 60 millimeters and extend in a lesser and sporadic manner to include parts of Al Dakhiliya, South Al Batina, and Al Zahira. The Civil Aviation Authority calls on everyone to take precautions during thunder showers, not to cross wadis, avoid low places, and not to sail during the alert period. Oman oil June delivery reached $82.74 per barrel. However, the price today for the current month delivery increased by $1.49 compared to the price yesterday. The average price for April increased to $82.23, registering a gain by $1.31 compared to the price in March. In the governorate of Dhofar, a new project was revealed today for the construction of Jawharat Mirbat Resort. The mega project is expected to be ready in 2026 and will be constructed in 55,000 square meter coastal location in the wilaya of Mirbat with initial cost of 35 million Omani riyals. The hotel will include over 300 hotel rooms and 10 restaurants in addition to a commercial complex to meet the needs of customers and visitors. The project will generate more jobs and provide more business opportunities and tourism attractions in the wilaya of Mirbat. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cable of greetings to His Excellency President of the Republic of Cuba on the occasion of him being re-elected for a new presidential term. Salalah Free Zone signed an agreement to establish a project for the manufacture of ferrous alloys and high-quality recycled wrapping paper with an investment volume exceeding 88 million Omani riyals. And a U.S. brokered 72-hour ceasefire between Sudan's warring generals officially comes into effect after 10 days of urban combat led to hundreds of deaths. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.